Well, we've reached that Christmas holiday season. This is the time of year when we pull out all the decorations and lights from downstairs and put on all that holiday apparel you've been wearing for years and years. The one time of the year when we head to the city center and gaze at all the decorations and lights that line the streets and storefronts. It's a wonderful time of the year and one we look forward to each season. Many of us follow the traditions of our parents and grandparents used to do when they were around. But have you ever wondered where these traditions originated? Yes, Grandma always used those decorations each year, but where did she learn about some of these traditions? And where did they start, especially here in Northeast Wisconsin? Well, Dennis Jacobs has been looking into this very topic. Jacobs, a librarian in the local history and genealogy department of the Brown County Library, has been searching through years of records and newspapers and has come up with an historical account of where and when some of these traditions started to show up in Northeast Wisconsin, especially in Brown County. He says these traditions have changed through the years, especially depending upon what religious and ethnic background you're from.
The Yankees that arrived here in the 18 teens and 1820s felt Christmas as more of a religious holiday in which they only celebrated with Mass and maybe a couple small presents. But if you were a German coming over, you would have had already had the tradition of having a Christmas tree um, and a big meal. The Belgians didn't celebrate Christmas as a day of gift giving. They used that as St. Nicholas Day, December 6th. So the children would put out their wooden shoes, and then the next morning there would be um, candy or treats along with presents for the children then.
For most, Christmas was the time to go to church, followed by a large meal. Now, the Polish also had a tradition of making very thin wafer like cookies called platki.
And what they do before the meal at Christmas is they'll walk to every family member, break off a piece, give it to them, say how much they appreciate them and love them, and then they both take a small chunk and eat it. They go through the whole family. So you have to make sure your whole wafer will last through the whole family.
There is also the tradition of placing candles in windows, and that was common among the Irish and even a few English. What Dennis also found out is that what we see as a tradition in this area isn't the same in other locations around the country.
Something that's just for our area, as I mentioned earlier, is the St. Nick's Day. If you go elsewhere where there isn't a large Dutch or a Belgian population, they don't celebrate St. Nick's Day. Where people who transplanted this area are kind of surprised that children are getting gifts on December 6th, where their children didn't get any gifts. So it's something that's a unique holiday.
We in the U.S. are blessed with the vast number of immigrants that have arrived from all over the world, and in some cases, decades and even centuries ago. It's all about where your ancestors were from and what traditions they brought with them when they arrived in the New World. So the next time you place that decoration on the tree or bake that special holiday treat, just think about the ancestor who brought that custom and tradition with them.